Hey there, everyone. I hope you are all doing good. Today we are going to talk about the M185 sequencer from I Ryk Modular. To start simple, I have this connected to the pitch out, to the pitch keyboard in of this analog VCO. I have a gate going to an IDSR over there. Pretty simple. I have everything set as default. So I am here in 5 volt unquantized output. Yeah, you can hear a little bit of slew, because I have the portamento knob up a little bit. So here is our clock. You can start, stop. You can add some glide. You can change here the gate length. And here I can change the number of steps. It's pretty standard analog sequencer behavior, let's say. This one goes a bit further. And to start with, it's with all those sliders. Each step can be a different length and different number of gates, to be exact. So here I've set this one to 2, which means that it stays on this step for 2 gates. Let's go 3. So this allows from some already quite fun sequences that goes out of the simple loop that you have most of the time with 8-step analog sequencer. But this goes further, as you can also choose all the gates inside a step will be sent out from here. So you have deactivated, just one, the first one, all of them was here. An alternate, another type of alternate that works only if there's enough. Random and tie. So this is already something that I could play around for ages. And we can reduce the number of steps. You can also change the way it will play. Pendulum, random. Oh, the last one here is to have fixed length, fixed number of gates sequence. So if you are on 1 here, it's multiples of 4. So here, this is 4 gates. 8, 12, 16. This will help you to keep your sequence more in order, I'd say. Okay, that's cool. Then we can go to this little dot here. This will let you choose the mod. So here I'm in 5 volt unquantized, 5 volt quantized. So which will make it a bit easier to make proper melodies. We have 2 volt unquantized as well. So which lowers the range of those knobs to only 2 octaves, which makes it probably better for bass line, for example. There's a submenu thing. If you hold this, here we are in the submenu, and we can travel into it like this. You need to have the manual for this. Luckily enough, they give it to you in paper, and it's a rather good-looking one. Menu setting. Always read the manual. It's always good to read the manual. Menu setting. The one I'm interested in is the first one here. So when you are in the menu, you can navigate like this. I'm interested in the first menu, which is the scale. So let's go into scale. Actually, I want to do this while the sequencer is running. Let's press this. I'm in the scale. And there you can choose 8. And you have another one if you repress. Depending if it's green or orange, it's a different scale. I think my favorite is this one. Okay, so let's exit the menu. And I'm back here. Let's go 5 volt. Also, if we go there, to the dot position, it's now I think it's the gate mode it's called. So yeah, we can navigate and remove those green light, which means there's a glide. So you can choose actually where you want a glide. Glide, glide. It's a bit faster. One other feature is that here we have a second channel CV output. So if you're not planning on using this CV for a second voice or stuff like this, you can just plug any regular cable there and send it to whatever destination. This is your CV out. If you want to, you can output gate and CV from there using this cable that is also given with the thing. So let's send that to the filter control of my voice here. And while I am in this mode, with the sequencer stopped, I can go to each of those steps. And in each of those steps, this becomes my CV2 out. So I can choose the amount of filter here on each of those steps. So this gives you another level of control. What else can we do with this? We could actually want to have a real second voice playing. So let me send this second CV out to another VCO. If I want something different in A and B, there's 2 modes. Serial. Let's start with serial, which is actually one that doesn't need this. So let's plug this back to the filter. So this one, you choose, so you go there. You choose how many steps you want the first sequence to be. Let's say, yes, 6. Okay, this one will play 3 times, and the other one 2 times. Then you have to go to AB. Yes. So this allows you to make some very weird sequences. You have to make sure to be at max here. I guess that's... So let's change this. Let's go back to something more normal. AB. Let's go to there. So this will make 6. This one will play twice, and this one, those two will play 4 times. Okay. AB. You can do some pretty weird stuff with this. The other mode is, let's say I want a 4 sequence. This will be those 4. You don't touch the first one. You press the red one, and you go straight to the second part. And this will let you choose the division time of the clock of the second sequence. Let's say 4. Now you choose this mode, A plus B. So now this is what's controlling my filter. What's happening here. So if I unplug this, use this cable instead. Let's check. I think the gray one is the CV. No, that's the gate. So we'll use the gate to trigger another envelope. And the CV back into its modulation where it was before. I'll go to pulse here, and the second envelope that's triggered by the second gate will modulate the pulse width. I tend to use it more like this to modulate things on one voice instead of making 2 voices. As there's already a few videos showing the 2 voices things, I guess I prefer to leave it like this for you guys. You can use it for modulation, it's fun. You can still change the way this behaves. I won't get into details into all the sub-modes, the sub-menus as well. This is not a manual thing, it's more a demo. I mean, I love this thing to make some weird acid stuff like this. So it can also, you can also clock it from here, of course. And you could send MIDI in and out. So that's what we are going to try now, to send MIDI out of this. But I need to change the setup first. Okay, so as I said, you can also control MIDI synthesizer to the MIDI out here. So I've used the supplied MIDI jack to MIDI adapter. You can also use a stereo jack, MIDI jack, to go to something like this, for example, on a CV or CD, or a lot of devices uses this kind of connectors. And you can specify on the back of the PCB if you want type A or type B. Well, anyway, I have this here. Sequencing my little friend, the Medusa over here. You have to make sure you are on MIDI channel number 1. You're receiving MIDI channel number 1 from your destination synthesizer. I couldn't resist to try this combo. I never tried it yet, but I mean, can only be awesome. So let's try though with Midi, and then I'll add some CV later on. Just start it again, because sometimes it likes to be started again before doing stuff. Okay, let's go. What I like is how you can mutate very fast from a static 8-step sequence to something much more complex. Now let's see if we get some mod CV out of this or no. Doesn't seem like it. Actually, I forgot to show you that you can use this, like I shown, when you are here and you put like the CV value for CVB here. In Midi, this works as velocity instead. But here we don't have velocity. So actually, let's remove Midi, all in all. It was just to see if it worked. Let's play with the CV instead. Because now we can have the slides. We could also use the gate of channel B to control the sample and hold clock. Okay, let's make something fun with A and B. I like to do this, like 3, this one, 2, this one, 4. Let's go A plus B. And this CV will go to the other oscillator. Let's try to tune those two oscillators together for real. Okay, 1, 2. A bit hardcore to listen, but let's try to get another scale, maybe. That's a cool one. And as I'm clocking the sample and hold, I can take its output do some weird stuff clocked from here. I took this one with me because I wanted to show you, in case you want to do something a bit funny. So let's replace, let's trigger this envelope with the gate out here. Let's send the result to the VCA actually. We could use the CV from CV2, which is this one, to modulate the length of this envelope. So the length of the note will depend on this. Instead, it could also be like the sample and hold out. And it could also be done from this gate. Lots of funky stuff to do. Okay, last one. I wanted to try with a tree body and to make something very digital and weird, especially as the new I Ryk Modular module will be out soon. It's called Vector Wave, and it's a weird FM oscillator, it seems. So I guess, yeah, why not? Let's try with something that's, even if it's not the same thing at all. Let's go with this. So let's patch the sine wave. Let it be clear, I have no idea about what I'm going to do. This is purely improvised. We'll send this to transpose, so let's put a lot of random. Random is for the gate, so we first need to trigger something. Okay. All the reverb you will hear will be added in post using some good old Valhalla plugins. Okay, I wanted to show you velocity. I will trigger another envelope. The envelope is going to the phase index. So here I can choose how much of the envelope is doing things. But if I want this to be modulated dynamically, using channel B here, we'll have to send the output of this to a VCA. Let's go for this VCA, why not? Then CVB as CV of this VCA. And the output of this to phase index. So to show you again how to program the CVB step by step. So yeah, this is our maximum. I think it's a nice touch that we hear the step being created actually. Okay, let's go. Let's add more phase modulation, but let's modulate the frequency of this modulator. That's pretty fun. Let's modulate some full times. It's some pretty weird funk. I like that. Add some bite with the 100 grit. But you add a beat on top of that as well. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. I highly recommend this piece of gear. It's very fun. It's just such a pleasure to program those weird sequences with it. I really love it. And yeah, check out the new module as well. Try to take some sound of it. I'm not sure. Probably make you some loop or something for Patreon. And yeah, thanks for watching. And thanks to I Ryk Modular to have sent me this to try out. This is one of those I will keep for sure. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye. It's worth mentioning that I Ryk Modular started doing this exact 185 sequencer in a Roland Modular 100M format. And it was then licensed by Intelligel to make the Metropolis and later on the Metropolix. And this is the deal made by the guy who invented them in Iraq.